Welcome back to math. Today is Module 1, Lesson 1. We're just going to be talking about shifting when multiplying and dividing. Shifting when multiplying and dividing. If you notice, we have our multiplication problem up here. It is 3 times 10. I put my 3. Why did I put my 3 in this category? Because it's the ones. So, whenever I multiply, I want to shift to the left. So whenever I'm multiplying, I'm going to shift my numbers to the left. And later in dividing, we'll shift our numbers in the opposite direction. But for right now, we're going to multiply, so we're going to shift to the left. Here's our 3. We're multiplying by 10. We're going to shift it over. How many times? Well, our 10 has how many zeros in it?
1.
It has 1 0. And so we're going to shift it over to the 10 spot, and we're going to fill this in. So that's going to make our answer what? 30. Right. So I'll put a 30 there. Okay? Sound good?
Yes.
Excellent. Let's do another one. Let's say we have 3 times 100. Okay? Where's our 3 going to start? Oh, really? It's going to start way over here? No. It's going to start in the ones because our 3 is a 1, right?
Yes.
So, how many times are we going to shift it over? Well, we're going to shift it over into the 100 because this is 100. Notice our 100 here. How many zeros does it have? It has 2. So we're going to shift it over how many times? 2. Right. So we're going to go 1, 2, and that's where our 3 goes. Now what do we do with these other 2 spaces? We put zeros in here. And what's our number for our answer?
300.
300, right. Isn't that easy?
Yes.
Pretty easy, isn't it? Okay, now let's do this. Why don't we take our, let's make it a little bit different. I'm not going to use a 3 any longer. Let's use a 31 times 100. Where would the 3 and where would the 1 go? Where would the 3 go? Would it go here? It would go in the tens place, right? Because it's 31. So we'll put our 3 here, and our 1 goes here, right? So we're going to multiply by 100. Remember where our hundreds are?
Yes.
This is ones, tens, hundreds. 100 has 2 zeros, so we're going to move everything over how many places? 2. All right, 1, 2. So we're going to put our 3 here. What goes here?
1.
Our 1, because that's going to be scooted over twice too, right? And then we fill in the other one with zeros. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Let's change it slightly, shall we?
Yes.
I'm going to say I have a 31, and let's multiply it by, let's make it a 3.1. 3.1, and we're going to multiply it by 10. 3.1, and we're going to multiply it by 10. Where do I put the 3? Where do I put the 1? Do I put the 3 here?
No.
Here?
No.
Here?
No.
Here?
Yes.
Why here? Because the 3 is a 1. Yeah. And the 1 is actually a tenth, isn't it? So we'll put our 3 here, we'll put our decimal point, and then we'll put our 1. That's why it has a little spot there to put your decimal point in. Okay?
Okay.
Now what are we going to do? We're multiplying, so we're going to shift in which direction? To the left. How many spaces? 1, because 10 has 1 0, right? So we're just going to shift it over here. This one gets shifted over here. And we have what? 31. And if you wanted to, you could put a 0.0 to show that we no longer have anything in the tens. Huh? Okay? Let's do one more in multiplying. Let's say we have a 3.1 and we're going to multiply it. Oh, let's do something crazy and multiply it by 1,000. Wow. Okay, where does our 3 go? In the ones column, right? And then what do we need to put? We remember we need to put something. Decimal point. And then we got to put a 1 in the tenths place, right?
Yes.
Excellent. How many times are we going to shift this one over? 3. Why? Because 1,000 has 3 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, right?
Yes.
So the 1 goes here. I'm sorry, the 3 goes there. The 1 goes where? 1, 2, 3. Right next to it, huh? Yeah. So you can think of moving all the digits over as you go. What are we going to do with this spot, these two spots that are empty? We're going to put a 0 because those are our placeholders, aren't they? And then we can put our decimal down there, and we can put a 0 in our tenths just to show we don't have anything in the tenths. Okay? That's easy, isn't it?
Yes.
And that is how you multiply using the shifting method. Okay? I'm going to erase this, and we'll start on division. All right, we're going to shift to division. Now, when we divide, we're going to shift our numbers which way? To the right. That's the opposite of multiplying, huh?
Yes.
Right. So we're going to take 31 and we're going to divide it by 10. Where do we put our 31?
We put the 31 in the tens.
We can put the 3 in the tens, right? Because we have 3 tens, 30. And then we have how many ones? 1. Nice. And then we're going to divide by 10. So we're going to shift our numbers which way again?
To the right.
We're going to shift it that way, right? Okay, so how many places do we need to shift our 1?
1 time.
1 time. So we're just going to scoot it over here. It's going to become a 1 here, right?
Yes.
What do we need to remember again? The decimal, right. Otherwise our answer is going to come out weird. And then we shift the 3 over where? Into the ones, right. So our answer is actually 3.1. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Let's do another one. Let's do 31 divided by 100. Ooh. Now we're going somewhere. Where do we put our 31? We have 3 tens, so we put that here. And we have what? 1 ones, right. Good job. How many times are we going to move this one over, and in which direction? We're going to move it to the right. Why? Because we're dividing, right? And how many spaces are we going to move it over? 2. Because there's 2 zeros here, huh?
Yes.
So I'm going to go 1, 2, right? And I'm going to put my 1 here. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to put my 3 here. What do I need to do that's really important? Put a decimal here. And since we have nothing in the ones category, I have to put my 0 there, okay? And that's called 0.31 or 0.31 hundredths. And we write our answer like this. Okay? Let's do another problem. Let's say we have 3.7 and we're going to divide this by 10. Okay? Where do we put our 3? Yeah, next to the decimal, right? Yeah, I like that idea. I'm going to put the 3 on the left side of the decimal. I'm going to put the 7 on the right side of the decimal. Sounds great. I like the way you said that. And then how many places are we going to shift, and in what direction? We're going to shift it to the right. Why? Because we're dividing. How many times are we going to shift it? 1. Why? Because 10 has 1 0. So this goes here. Our 3 goes here. And what do we need to put? The decimal and the 0. You are correct. So we get 0.37. Right?
Yes.
All right. I've got, let's do one more with this 3.7, and we're going to divide it by
1,000.
let's divide it by 100 before we go crazy, okay?
Okay.
All right, so where does our 3.7 go? Put a decimal there. We're going to put the 3 on the left side of the decimal, 7 on that side. So it looks exactly like this, right?
Yes.
How many places are we going to shift it, and in which direction?
We're going
We're going to shift it to the right. Why? Because there's 2 zeros and 100, right? Okay. 1, 2. So our 7 is there, right? And that's 7. What? This is tenths, hundredths, thousandths. And then our 3 is going to be shifted over 1, 2 times. And that's in the hundredths with a THS. Hey, what do we do there?
0.
Yeah, we got to put a 0 there. And what's important? Got to make sure we have our decimal and then put our other 0 in the ones showing we have no whole numbers over here. Wow. 37 thousandths. That's pretty small. You guys wanted to do it like this. You wanted to do 3.7 divided by 1,000. Can we do it?
No.
Well, we can if we shove part of it off out of the box, huh? Do you want to just do it?
No.
Yeah, let's do it. There's no reason to be afraid. You're with Mr. McGuire. We're doing math. Oh, I forgot to put my answer up there, didn't I? Sorry. Okay, so how many places are we going to want to shift this?
3 times.
3 times. Why 3 times? Because there's 3 zeros. What's our direction again?
Right.
To the right. Why? We're dividing. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to have to put it out here, right? And then we're going to put the 3. 1, 2, 3. And it's going to go here, huh?
Yes.
And then what am I going to do with these 2 spots? Put zeros. And what? Decimal, nice. And then our 0 in front of it. So our answer is 0.0037. That's 37 10,000ths. Wow. If we cut up a pizza into 10,000 pieces, it would be so small we couldn't even fit it on a fork. Wow. Anyway, do you understand? Let's just recap real quick. If we are multiplying, we're going to shift to the left. And if we're dividing, we're shifting to the right. Good job, you guys. You know me. I love math.